Isambard Kingdom Brunel, surely the greatest name anyone could ever wish to be christened. And whilst it does sound like a pimp from a Quentin Tarantino film, of course it belongs to one of the great men of the Victorian era. A real man of the old school. Muttonchop whiskers, 4 hours sleep a night, and 40 cigars a day this guy smoked. So whilst he probably did smell like Bob Geldof on a good day, he had one of the sharpest engineering brains of his generation. I mean, this guy could build anything. Underwater tunnels, railway systems, bridges. You forget about Steve Jobs. If this guy was around today, you'd have iPads with 3D graphics, MacBook Pros that never ran out of power, iPods and surround sound, although admittedly all steam powered. But Isambard had a dream. He wanted to build a boat. Not just any boat, but the largest man-made movable object in the history of the world. It's bigger than the Ark. It can't be done, his critics claim. Too big, too expensive, blah, blah, blah. But eventually he secured funds and work began here in Millwall in London's Tower Hamlets. They had to build a shipyard and a slipway, which can still be seen here today, in order to get the boat in sideways into the Thames because it was that huge. So work finally started to take place, but the money began to run out. No one telling Brunel this. The men just kept getting worked harder and harder. But soon odd occurrences started to take place. Things went missing, people went missing, accidents, fires, deaths, bankruptcy. The stress of all this began to wear Brunel out. Perhaps it was at this point that he only cut down to 30 cigars a day and a cheeky Marlboro Light at night. But eventually, in 1857, thousands came round from the surrounding areas to see the SS Great Eastern finally get launched sideways into the Thames. But on this great day, a winch snapped and another number of people got killed. And over the months and weeks that followed, they had to winch this great beast in sideways, inch by inch by inch. When the SS Great Eastern finally set sail, Brunel was no longer around to see it. The stress had proven too much and he had died. He never got to see his great babe, as he called it, finally kiss the waves. On its maiden voyage, engines blew and another 5 people died. And from the day it set sail until the day it was scrapped 30 years later, it was blighted by catastrophe after catastrophe. And what began as one of the greatest engineering feats of its generation ended up as a hulking mass where it was sold for scrap metal. But as these merchants were pulling rusting panel from rusting panel, they made a grim discovery. Entombed in the walls of this great beast were 2 riveters who had been trapped in there from the very beginning. The boat was cursed before it even set sail. Some tell tales, others rhyme, but I sing songs from the howling sea.